lots of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Good morning, or good day, or good evening. Yeah, today we're just gonna improve the ski track a little bit here. Some small things that probably will improve it a little bit. So yeah, in case you wonder what we're doing, the ski track will be here. You can see we already rolled the grass, but then we have there's like the raspberry bushes. And those are, even if you drive over them with the tractor, they just come back up. So we're gonna have to use this guy to just cut the raspberry bushes. Grass is fine. The grass will go down when we drive over it. As you can see here, already rolled this once when we got some snow earlier this year, but now we need to cut those raspberry bushes. The grass will go down, but these guys won't. Like if I step on these, then we take foot off, then they come back up. So the only way really is to cut them off. And I want to cut them really close to the ground, because otherwise when you just get a little bit of snow, compact the snow, then the thing is still sticking through. But yeah, as you can see, the grass is flat, but you always get these raspberry bushes here. They could instead grow on the sides. It's fine there. But I don't want them to grow right here. Also, I'm not using the brush cutter because I want to cut it really close to the ground. If I use the one with the blade, it would work. But then if you cut really close to the ground and you hit rocks, then the blade gets destroyed. There's no really... The best tool for this is actually this one. Shall we go to the summer car center? What? What? No summer cars here, it's winter now. This will be where we do some things in the winter. Right here. I wonder if these guys, if they actually like it when you cut them off, because it seems like there's most of them right where the track is. I think in the beginning when I made this track, we actually used the blade here to smooth out the dirt a little bit. And I think that really helped the raspberry bushes. The guy has 3 phones in his hand. Just one with a bunch of information on it. Again, the only way to really do it, because most of the stuff I do on stream I need both hands. I guess if you're like most streamers, they use the selfie stick and cell phone type stream. But I usually have, most of the time I'm also doing something on the stream. The selfie stick method, it works well if you're doing like just talking stream and just walking and not really like doing anything else. But yeah, I usually do something on the stream also, other than streaming. So we need to figure out something better, or some other type of solution. Luckily it's not the whole track, it's maybe like 40 meters here where there is a bunch of these then the rest is fine. Out on the field there should be no bushes. But yeah, just showing one step of making the ski track just a little bit better. Because once I did not do this and then we got snow, then I rolled the snow and it was like fine, but then you still have the damn sticks sticking through, and it's not gonna damage the ski a lot, but it's not the best. So we're gonna do this because prior years I've not done this, and it's been I've later found out that it's good to do also like if there's big branches. This isn't big, but we can also throw like big branches to the side and stuff. Then the track will be easier to maintain in the winter. Because we might get tomorrow on Wednesday, we might actually get snow again. I think it's gonna we're probably gonna get snow tomorrow, and then it's gonna melt away on Thursday maybe. But you can always, I'm hoping we would get some snow that would stay, but I don't know. I think it's gonna be +3 or 4 on Thursday, so that might make it all melt away. And then also out on the field, I think we can go out to the field and I'm going to put some sticks on the field so I can see on the field where the track goes. Here it's kind of easy, from the trees I can see where the track goes, but out on the field it's not that easy. So that we might also do today. Then the track should be ready for some snow. You have to go around clearing the track with the saw. Yeah, as I explained 2 minutes ago, it's not going to work because I want to cut really close to the ground. And if I use the brush cutter for this, the blade will hit the ground and the blade will get destroyed. It's different from when I'm cutting the trees in the forest. Then I can leave like a longer stump. But right here where the track goes, I want it as smooth as possible. The smoother I can get it, the less snow we need to be able to ski on it. If you leave it super rough and uneven and sticks standing up, then you need like a lot of snow before there's a good track. So I know it's one of the Twitch classics. If I use a manual tool, everybody says I should use a machine. And I got even one guy, when I used the winch, someone says, why don't you do this manually without the tractor? So you always get somebody saying you should do the opposite thing, but we're going to do it this way, and that's it. I tried to explain it as well as I could, why I'm doing it this way. Yes, these are the problems. They're like, if it's grass, it gets flattened down, but these, you can see, flat, not flat, flat, not flat. So it doesn't stay down. Normal grass, flat, stays flat. That's the difference. This is raspberry bush. If you were from Finland, this is like, what is it now, hallon, it's, whatever it's called in Finnish, I always remember or forget. Not kaarapalo, but what the hell this is called. I should know what it's called in Finnish. But yeah, it's kind of like a bush. But yeah, the soil itself is pretty smooth here. That's why the track is here and not there. Like in the forest here, there's not a lot of places where I could make the track because, yeah, if you got a lot of rocks like that, it's too uneven to ski over. But here it's flat enough. And some snow on it, then it will be good enough. But yeah, at the same time we get a little bit of exercise for today again. I think when we actually, a few years ago when we did it, I think right here we actually dumped some sand or something. Because this was like really steep here and then it gets flat. Now it's like more like a slope down. So I think here in the roughest parts we actually dumped some sand here already. Or gravel. That's a few years ago now, but doesn't it stay down when you flat it down when it's freezing cold? No, it does not stay. Does not stay down. Even if I roll over with the roller we have, like you can see when I do this. Now it's down. Now it's not. It's too much of like a tree-like thing. Grass stays down, but this is not grass. I've had this issue like some other years. I even cut these when there already was snow on the ground because I thought I might just roll over them and then they might stay down, but it doesn't work. And then if you have these small sticks, then every time you ski over them, you're gonna like damage the skis a little bit. It's not like too bad, but it's still, we have a chance of improving it now, so we're gonna do that. Is the track long? Well, I think the track this year it's probably gonna be, there's gonna be this loop in the forest and then a loop on the field, so the whole track probably maybe 700 meters or something. I can when I make the track, when we get snow, then I can calculate how long it is or have the sports tracker on. But the bit that we need to do this is maybe like 30 meters. We don't need to do this on the whole track. Yeah, here it's really bad. You can see it's full of this raspberry bushes. Has branch thinning been done on these trees? Yeah, I have cut some branches of these trees. And this area of the forest has also been thinned once. So it's a pretty nice birch forest right here. Not that old actually. These trees are about 20 years old. Yeah, 20 or 22 years old. And that tree is already like pretty big. So they're growing pretty well here. I thinned this forest I think it's 3 years ago now or 4 years ago on stream. So yeah, it's not gonna be too many years, then we can thin this again, remove more trees. They're really at a point now where they grow like crazy. Drive the track with the blade up with the ride lawnmower. Same thing with lawnmower. It's a little bit too uneven. So if you put the lawnmower really low, then you're gonna hit rocks, destroy the lawnmower. It's almost flat enough, but not flat enough. On the field it could work, but I don't need to do it there. Like there's only grass on the field. It's only here in the forest where there's a little bit of this raspberry bush situation. But yeah, it's only a little bit. It's the worst right here. The next 10 meters here you can see there's quite a bit of it. Then there's maybe, yeah, it's almost like this area here. It's luckily not the whole track. Then it would take a long time. But yeah, you will see at some point when we get the snow here, then you will see why this is good to do. Then I can show you on the side maybe somewhere how it looks. You will see later why it makes sense doing this. Especially in the middle here where the ski track will be. Is this road 10 feet wide? Well, it's, yeah, something like that. Wide enough to fit the tractor. That's also another requirement. Where I make the ski track, it needs to be wide enough for the tractor to fit through. Because I use a tractor to drag the implements that make the ski track. I don't have a snowmobile, I don't have a snowcat. We use a tractor to make the ski tracks. Supposed to snow tomorrow, rain day after. Yeah, it's really here. It's going to be really on the if it would be like if the average temperature is going to be 1 degree colder than what they say, then we could get like a feet of snow. But as it looks right now, I think we're going to get some snow and then some rain. So it's probably going to be maybe 5 centimeters of snow left. Hard to say. Very typical November, December weather here. So the temperature is right around 0. Then sometimes you get rain, sometimes you get snow. Most of the time it melts away. That kind of stuff. But yeah, last year this time we were already skiing, and then that snow stayed for the whole winter. So, but that was kind of an exception last year, I would say. Normally this time of the year we do not have snow yet. It's usually just gonna come and go a few more times. And then maybe at the end of December or middle of December, then we can get snow that stays. That stone has to be moved or blown up. No, I have used this area before. It's just wide enough for the tractor to fit through here. So we don't need to blow up any rocks. But talking about blowing up rocks, I think next summer we're gonna try to buy like not dynamite, but you can buy this like product it's basically like dynamite, but it's like slow dynamite. Snail dynamite. I don't know what it's officially called in English. But yeah, you can drill some holes in a rock, then you put that stuff in there, then it slowly expands and cracks the rock. So next summer we're gonna buy that stuff and try it on some smaller rocks. Then if it works well, Then we can try it on some bigger rocks. Maybe get rid of all the rocks in the fields. Or maybe at least get rid of most of them. We don't have many left in the fields. There's some big boulders left in the fields. But yeah. Could be nice to get rid of them all. I haven't tried the snail dynamite, but should work pretty well. I think the bigger issue is going to be we're going to have to buy like a drill that you can drill into a rock to get the holes made. Or maybe if it works, then we can also like you could rent like a big drill to drill the holes. But yeah, then I could stream that, leave the camera where the rock is. And then you'll see when all of a sudden the rock cracks. That would be slow explosion. Yeah, it seems like when you cut these, they just grow back even more. This area previously had some, now it has like a lot right here. But yeah, even 10 meters forward, then there's going to be just a little bit, and then the rest there should be almost none, I think. Is your power plant closed? I think they had some in the both nuclear power plants we have in Finland. I think they both had like some issues here, so they had to shut down some of the reactors. But they might already have fixed it now. I haven't followed it like super close. Here's quite a bit here. Stumps and stones are bad for rims. Yeah, but this is fine. We can fit. You can almost see it. The one tractor wheel goes there and the other goes here. It's fine. This is very easy for the tractor here. No problems here. I'm doing this for the skis, not for the tractor. Tractor is fine to go drive through this, but it's for the skiing where it's better if you don't have anything else than snow is not good for cross-country skis. We more or less always cause some damage on the skis. A little bit, there's a lot of stuff, and then yeah, a lot less. Even some of these sticks This is not the raspberry bush, but even some of these can stay up, but they usually, after you drive over them a few times, then they stay down. So there's even a few of these I drove over with the tractor wheel. As you can see, they're still like sticking up. They really don't stay down. But yeah, it's good. I mean, I don't mind being out in the forest here. It's a pretty good day today to be outside. Tomorrow it's going to be much worse. I don't want to be outside here tomorrow, I think. It's going to be like either snowing a lot with a lot of wind or raining. So today it's a really nice day to be outside. Not so much the next 2 days. There's even no wind today. It's a really nice day actually today. Sun's not out, but all things considered, if you watched in the summer when it was 20 to 30 degrees every single day and sunny and hot, and I think I was complaining a lot more then than what I do now. This is better weather, I would say. At least after like 6 months of warm weather. Feels pretty good to have weather where you're not sweating at all. There's like a rock there, but it goes right where the wheel is, so the track will go in the middle here, so should be fine. But yeah, I was thinking in the winter now when there's not that much to stream outside, I'm probably going to do like some sort of desktop stream at some point. Don't really know what I'm going to stream yet, but we could see like, we could check, maybe do some gaming or, yeah, maybe just check some random things on the internet. We'll see, I have to configure and fix everything for streaming on the PC. I haven't streamed on the PC or like streamed from a PC in a long time. It's mostly been outdoor streams. We could try to do some sort of PC stream. Yeah, now it's less. Now there's just a little bit for 10 meters. And then I see that there's nothing after that. Should be okay. But yeah, I don't know other places where they make the ski tracks. They might like even run like if the bottom is like gravel or sand, they might run like mulch or something to really cut down everything close to the ground. At least in the more like professional spots. This is just a hobby track here, so. But it should be good once I get this cut down like this, and then if we get like 15 centimeters of snow, then we can probably ski here. Need a little bit to get, when you pack the snow down, even if you get like 10 centimeters, and when you pack it down, it's just going to be like a couple of centimeters, so need a little bit more. On the field, like we skied out on the field already once, there you have like, it's really flat and there's a lot of grass, so that's the first place where you can ski. There you don't need that much snow. Probably need a little bit more here in the forest before you can ski without damaging the skis. You could ski here right now technically, of course, but probably best not to. I think sun might be coming out actually. It was really foggy a little bit ago. Couldn't see anywhere. Vadelma. I always get this memory comes in a while. So this is the Vadelma bush. Vadelma pensas in Finnish that I'm cutting down here. Raspberry. Raspberry bushes. I mean, a skite might work, sight, however you say that. But even with that one, it's really hard to cut really close to the ground. There are still some rocks around here and dirt and whatever. Or of course a lawnmower might work, but then you definitely destroy the lawnmower. Because I would need to put the cutting height really low, and there's still like small uneven places here. It's not perfectly flat. Yeah, now you can see, now there's not much left. Few here and there, but not as much as in the beginning. Yeah, now there's just a little bit. This was definitely the worst part. Now it looks a lot better. No sticks sticking up. We could also try to find the Christmas tree today when we're walking outside here. I think down there might be a good spot where there might be a couple of good candidates for Christmas tree. Alright, there's almost the sun. Almost the sun coming out. Yeah, there's a couple here and then a little bit there, and then I think the rest, we can walk through the rest of the track. I don't think there's much there. This was the by far worst area here. Mushrooms. Those mushrooms. Those will be fine. They will get flattened when you drive over them with the tractor. Here's also just grass. This is fine. Maybe a few more things. And here, there's a little like bush there. And the rest looks good again. Couple of days when I walked around here on the track, right down here I've seen like a rabbit on a few occasions actually, but I think when we talked now it's probably heard us and ran away, but a couple of days I came really close to it. There was probably some wind and I wasn't talking that much when I wasn't streaming, so then you can get actually really close to the rabbits or hares technically. If it's really windy tomorrow, we might get a bunch of these like branches that fall down, but let's go throw them to the side then, like in a couple of days. So yeah, there could be like, it's almost like a storm tomorrow with snow, so there could be some damage even. According to the weather forecast, they of course say it's going to be like huge storm, 0.5 meter of snow, everybody out of power. But realistically, I don't think it's going to be really that bad. Even the weather forecast these days is like straight out of social media. When they say it's going to snow like 0.5 meter, then you can kind of expect 5 centimeters maybe. So not super realistic maybe. I guess even the weather forecast people have got to get their clicks. Otherwise they've made a bad forecast. Yeah, now we have like literally 5 meters left. Then the rest we can just walk over and check the situation. But yeah, in forward there, when you go there, you can see it's flat now because I rolled over it once with the snowpacker. Otherwise, even there, it would be like there was really tall grass there, like probably like 1 meter high. But that all rolled down nicely. But these guys won't comply. Won't comply with the roller. But yeah, when do you guys think Bitcoin is going to go to 100K? Went up pretty fast to 90K. I'm thinking probably could be 100K this year already. If not, then for sure next year. It's actually quite a bit right here. couple of big ones here. Very thick ones. These are almost too thick for this guy. A couple really big ones. Actually the last stuff here, I think. At least the last place where there's a lot of it. Okay, I think we're actually getting close to the finishing point of this job here. I'm gonna walk through the rest. There might be like one there, one here, but this was definitely the heavy area. Okay, I think that's the last more significant there. It's like a big branch. Oh, it looks pretty flat. Flat stuff. The rest we can just walk through and see if there's might be like an occasional like this one. Shouldn't be that much here. You can see when it's just grass, it flattens down quite nicely compared to that there. I think the ski track really looks like a very weird side quest. Yeah, I bet you can't do this even in the new farming simulator. I don't think you can do this. But yeah, we're just cutting down. Like there were some raspberry bushes there on the middle of the track. So I just cut them down so they don't stick through the snow. Here you can see when it's just grass. Here I just roll with the roller and it's like fine. Don't need to do anything else here really. But there was a spot there where there was a lot of the raspberry bushes that don't want to be flat. Here it's nice, here you can see. The only thing missing here from the ski track is the snow. Grass is already flat. Now it looks good in the other direction too. But yeah, once we're here, we can check if we can find a nice spruce that would be a nice Christmas tree. The indoor Christmas tree. I think by the barn, I think there's one good for the outdoor Christmas tree. But the indoor Christmas tree needs to be even nicer. I think somewhere here I think we can find a decent one. Also some branches we can roll. Old branches. Occasional small tree that also start to grow in the track. There's even a few snowflakes already. I think it was quite cold this night, maybe -4 degrees. And it's still probably -degrees right now. Yeah, over there I think I saw one that could be a good Christmas tree. We're not gonna cut that yet now, but the outdoor Christmas tree, we're probably gonna put lights on that one maybe in 10 days. And then the proper indoor Christmas tree, we're gonna put the lights on later. Just a few days before it actually is Christmas. Yeah, the one behind there looks pretty dense. Could be nice for a Christmas tree. Like this one here. This one looks pretty nice. If you compare this one to this one grows faster, so that's better for the wood production. But this one that's for some reason grown really slowly and has a lot of branches, this one is nice for a Christmas tree. So you kind of want different qualities for different things. Yeah, it's really dense here, a lot of branches. Would be probably a nice Christmas tree. I think we're gonna take this one this year. Then the top we can cut off a little bit, then it's not super long. And then cut it off somewhere here. Should be a pretty good indoor Christmas tree. Then we get more room to these other trees that are better for the wood production. So yeah, I think this one might be the indoor Christmas tree. Then we can look at by the barn. We can try to find one for the outdoor Christmas tree. That one was kind of thick one. Christmas tree reserved. Yeah, I think that one was going to be a nice one. When you get a Christmas tree, it's the requirements are completely different than from what I want in the like normal forest. For a Christmas tree, you pretty much want a tree that grows slowly and has like a lot of branches. Pretty much the opposite that you want from the trees that are gonna produce wood. But yeah, that was a nice one, a quite pretty one. Yeah, you can probably see here it is actually -degrees, or it was during the night. It's not the hood that says it. There's actually some ice on the water. So it definitely was below freezing, and it might be even right now. Maybe -1 or something. But yeah, here the track comes out, then it goes on the middle here. So even if there's some tracks from the tractor here, it's fine. The track goes in the middle here. And then curves out to the field. Here, one year we had here a decent bit of the raspberry bushes, but it doesn't look like there's much here right now, which is good. Then we don't need to cut down anything. Now this looks fine here. Maybe a few small ones right here. Looks pretty good. And then here it curves out to the field. This year, then the loop on the field, we can go out there and put some sticks down so I know where the track should go. A couple of like red sticks. Because I think the ground should be not frozen yet. Out on the field at least. Even if the water was frozen on the surface there. Then of course on the field it's just grass, so we don't need to cut that down. That will, when there's snow on top of it, it will push all the grass down. No raspberry bushes out on the field, thank God. Yeah, this is just grass, and grass. You can barely see. We did roll this part out in the grass once. You can barely see that I drove right there. There the grass is even more flat. But yeah, we're gonna put maybe, how many sticks should I take? Maybe 1, 2, 3. We'll see if we can take like 5, 6 sticks and try to put them in the field before the ground freezes there. Otherwise that will also be impossible. Could put the sticks of course in the snow too. That would be one option. We'll see if we can find some marker sticks. Anybody needs something snipped? Kind of nice when the surface freezes a little bit, then it's not muddy anymore. At least the mud doesn't stick to the boots anymore. Here we have some sticks. We already put like these along all the roads. But yeah, we could put a few out in the field. So it's a little bit easier to navigate there later. That would be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 5 would be. 5 is already better than nothing. Maybe we'll take one more. 6 should be pretty good. Then we need a thing to get these in the ground. Should have one of those somewhere around. Here we got one. This one should work. Excuse me again. I keep clearing the air filter. Just like you blow out the air filter in the tractor, you gotta blow out the air filter in the human too. Otherwise, you're going to suck in dirty air and it's not good for the engine. So yeah, the track will come down here, down the hill. Probably somewhere right here, and then go straight out to the field here this year. Last year we went that way. This year we're going to go out to this field and straight over the bridge, and then we'll put, from here I can kind of aim straight to the power line there. I could put one stick in the middle here, then I aim from here to that stick and then to the power line and then somewhere there. It's always when you make the track once, then you get more snow, then it fills in the complete track, then it's really hard to find where it is. And ideally I want to make it always in the same spot the whole winter, because the snow underneath is already packed, so if you get a little bit new, then better to make it in the same spot, not in a new spot every time. makes it easier to pack it down and makes for a better track. Makes for a better track in general. They're pretty straight out here, so there's no big curve when you come down the big hill. Is the ground frozen? Definitely not. Definitely not. Maybe we're halfway through now. If we put one stick here, and I can come to this, and then from here I can aim to the power line. It's enough if we put one, then I know I will drive the tractor right here on one side. I'll put this all on the outside. Don't need to put two here. One's gonna be enough. And then right there we don't need to put anything. We can aim towards the power line. Then we'll go somewhere there behind. Put the next one in there. There, and then I can turn. I can kind of see here where I did drive this already once. I think it's pretty good here somewhere. And from there I'm going to curve towards this one, and we'll put next one over there somewhere. First aim towards this big rock here maybe. Then when it turns from here, then you can put stick there. Doesn't need to be a super deep hole, just enough to keep the stick upright. And if the ground freezes now afterwards, it's gonna keep these definitely upright. Four sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's the way we're gonna put it this year. I can see how the grass is all dying and getting all flat. So then in the next spring we will plow this field. It's gonna be on grass over the winter, but then we're going to plow it in the spring, and this is probably gonna be oats right here, if I'm not mistaken. put one right here. Yeah, then from that I can aim, like curve a little bit to the next one always. In the forest it's easy to aim when there's always only really one spot that you can go into. Here in the field it's a little bit trickier. That's why hopefully with these markers we know where the track is then later. And can keep it in the same spot the whole winter, or at least roughly in the same spot. Really depends how the snow comes. If you get a little bit and a little bit, then you can see the track, but once you get, all of a sudden you get like a foot in one day with wind, and then everything is completely flat and white, then you don't see where the old track was anymore. Complete white out. Put one here, and then one at the rock there, and then the last one somewhere there. Now there is some moisture in the ground finally, but it's still relatively dry. Could be really like wet this time of the year. And really fog, you can see in the distance, it's like, looks like it's snowing there, but it's not snow, it's fog. Or maybe it is very, very slightly snowing. Hard to tell. Yeah, put one here and then one last somewhere there. Like this rock here would be nice to get removed from the field, but it doesn't look that big on the surface, but it's like it slopes down like that, and it's underneath, it's like huge. But if you would get like the top 1 meter removed down, then underneath you could leave that, but at least get everything that's above ground removed. And maybe they removed it down like a foot inside the ground, then the plow wouldn't even hit it. So it's maybe not, maybe a couple of cubic meters of rock to remove, but it's a huge rock underneath, so it's not super easy. But that's the one on this field. There's one there, and then there's maybe three that are not visible to the surface here, but they're, when you're plowing, they're like just a little bit under the surface, so the plow hits them. Yeah, I think over there's like 1, 2, 3 at least here, 3 or 4. But if you would take like a little bit off the top, then they would be like not in the way. So yeah, this field here has a few. And then the one in front of the farm has like a bunch. There's one place where there's like maybe 10. And then there's one other field that has maybe maybe 5 or 8 rocks. But that's it. Like all the other rocks are like outside the field, so it's not a huge amount of rocks that we have in the fields. Otherwise the soil is all clay or moldy clay with pretty much no sand, no rocks. But yeah, just a few of these like big boulders. Outside the fields you can see there's like a ton of boulders, but that's the main reason why this is field and that is not, because the soil there it's all boulders and sand and gravel. Down here it's like clay and better soils. Better soils for farming at least. Put one somewhere here. Here it turns there and then goes inside the woods. There we don't need any sticks. There the trees function as markers. Easy enough to know where the track goes there. Yeah, if we put the last one, I'll put it right here. Then it's going to slightly curve here and go in the forest. Now that we got these made, we're pretty close to this barn. We could go take a look here where the outside Christmas trees. I think that one of these would be good enough for the outside Christmas tree. That one doesn't need to be as dense because it's only going to support like, 10 or 15 like light bulbs for the lights. So as long as it has like 15 branches, maybe 20. Then it's fine. It doesn't need to be as dense as the indoor one. That one could work. I think this one is really nice for the outside one. We cut it and then cut the top 2 meters. We only need that. It's not super dense, but it has pretty good these like solid branches where you can put the lights on. That one could work. Maybe one of those that are really close to the barn could work also. But if nothing else, this one would work. Of course, this one we could leave. It's like nice. It could grow here, not too close to the field. But best would be if we could take the ones that are really closer. They're too close to the barn. Maybe we'll try to cut one of those first. See if they're good. Even these two, at least one has to go. It's kind of too close to the barn. These could grow here. It's like they're outside the field, so there could be some trees. But that bush over there needs some thinning or something, so we could take some outdoor Christmas trees from there. But yeah, now I think we know. So after like a week or two, we'll come here and take one for the outside Christmas tree when we put all the outside lights out. Yep, that should be. We can find one of the outside ones from here, and the inside one is going to be the one we saw there. the really nice one, really dense one. Gonna be a fine tree for the indoor Christmas tree. We could, if you want the tree to be even more denser, you could, when the tree is small, you could start cutting the branches, and it's gonna like grow even more branches, and then you get really like those really dense trees that you can buy from like Christmas tree farms. But we have always just used natural trees, so to speak. They have not been cut or anything. They're just well, whatever nature grew. Just get the best ones we can get, but they have not been cut or anything. And we're definitely not getting a plastic Christmas tree. That's not gonna happen. I know a lot of people use a plastic Christmas tree, but that's not gonna work. We're definitely not gonna get the plastic one. It's like a different, if you live in a city, then it's maybe easier to have just a plastic one. But at least here at the farm, we like to have a real Christmas tree. Oh yeah, here we got the, when the old farmhouse was tore down, it had like these foundation rocks. Then we stacked a bunch of them here. There's some of these were used for the, if you look at the old streams, like there's a row of these where the garden is. We put a row of these and then dirt behind them. But yeah, there's still like 15 of them right here. Like these long rocks that they made as foundation rocks. I think you can, these days you can sell these for a lot of money actually. Like people, if they want to build, yeah, maybe something in the garden or something, they really like these rocks that are shaped like a, pretty much like a Tetris block or something. One side is really pretty rectangular or whatever you would call it. Because yeah, if you want someone to make rocks like this these days, they're probably it's gonna cost a lot. But yeah, these you don't need to store indoors. They stay good here outside also. Some moss on them now, but a rock's a rock. Probably if you leave them like this again, I always think about when in the many 100 years in the future, then somebody finds this, then they think like, what is this? Is this alien monument? When there's like 15 rocks stacked pretty neatly there. And then there's for the Massey Ferguson 35, we got the rear weight. That one's also here. You can put that in the 3-point hitch. Then when you use the front bucket, it doesn't lift the tractor's back end up in the air. You put this on the 3-point hitch. Not really used anymore, but this was used a lot when that tractor was the only tractor with the front loader on the farm. The 35, yeah, the oldest tractor, if you've seen the small tractor, it's probably the tractor that has the most hours of any of our tractors on the farm. It was bought new to the farm, and like the gauge or the hour counter, it doesn't work anymore, but my dad says it's probably got at least 10,000 hours on it. And that's all work that's been done on the farm. And maybe in the beginning they actually used the tractor to help neighbors, because yeah, not many guys had a tractor with a front loader in the 60s, early 70s. So I think my grandpa probably helped the neighbors too by loading dirt and loading whatever with the front loader. Before that it was only like shovel time. So compared to a shovel, even an old front loader to those old tractors was like a big step forward. Yes, yeah, before that it was all the digging was done manually. And now these days when people see a guy cutting with a hedge cutter, cutting a few raspberry bushes, then everybody's like, oh, how can you do that? It's so heavy, so physically heavy. Imagine loading a trailer with a shovel the whole day. Now that's heavy. That's heavy. Yeah, over there we got the other Christmas tree. And here's, of course, you could get the outside Christmas tree somewhere here too. Just thin some of these places out. But yeah, now we're ready for snow. Bring on all the snow now. Track is ready. Track is ready, tractor is ready. Roller is ready. Skier is not in good shape yet, but hopefully we can change that after we get some snow. And now this is much better. I did walk around this track yesterday with just the ski poles and walking, Nordic walking, whatever it's called. And it was even walking. It was nasty here with all the sticks in the standing up. But now it's nice and flat, nice and flat path. Yeah, this is a really nice forest here. So here, this forest here, it's kind of, the main objective here is of course to grow nice trees that produce some straight and nice logs, but this is also like a multi-purpose forest here. It's kind of close to the farm, so it's really nice to always go here and walk and like relax, ski. We have a ski track going through this forest, so it's like a multi-purpose forest used for recreation, wood producing, firewood producing. It's pretty diverse here also. Like here it's mostly birch, then you got like spruce here and some pine there and some big alders, and pretty nice forest. Good place to relax. Peaceful place. Might see a rabbit or two, or a lynx, or if you're lucky you could see a bear or a wolf, but those are pretty tough. Even a lynx is really hard to see. Rabbits are easiest. Those you see pretty often. But yeah, just 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, we did cut these trees down. That clear cutting we still did all with the chainsaw. But these days when you do clear cuts, we have machines that do that. That's when you get the most wood and the biggest logs. But yeah, this area we clear cut it with chainsaw. I remember I was like a little kid then. Back then, I was still helping along, and then we my dad hauled it out with the tractor, and then we planted some new trees, and now they're already pretty big. Could definitely call this a forest already, even if it's like a on the younger side. But I mean, these are like 20-year-old trees. They're going to grow for maybe another 30 years, and then you can again cut them down and plant something new again. And the fog seems to be coming back again. View distance is very short now. I think our graphical processor is not handling the view distance here. View distance is getting shorter and shorter. Yeah, I can actually see like maybe a couple 100 meters. Looks kind of creepy almost. We'll see when we pack this one, see if there's still some sticks standing up, but looks a lot better now than before we cut the trash down. Anybody want some berries? Those are the rönnbär, rowan tree berries. You can eat those, really sour, but can definitely eat those. But yeah, we'll see tomorrow if it's gonna be like a proper snowstorm. I could maybe put like the camera just outside and stream the snowstorm. Maybe. It really depends. And then in a couple of days, if we get proper amounts of snow, then we could make the ski track and ski. But that's up in there. It's gonna rain also, and if most of it comes as rain, then there's not gonna be no ski track. No ski track yet. But yeah, it's gonna be just a short stream today. Just a little bit of stuff. It's as I said many times, like November is usually the slowest, one of the slower months. All the field work is done. Now we have already done all the forest work also, so there's not too much to do outside on the farm. But yeah, probably gonna have some sort of like desktop streams at some point. Then we could, yeah, play games or whatever on the computer. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay, to drift away. I find my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again. And as I fall, I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above, just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, I'm feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above, just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in